Hi and welcome to Hi and welcome to Attention Space. Attention Space is not an explicit website. It's not a website that makes itself clear in the first reading, the second, the third, maybe even the 10th. Although you may get things and may miss things out of each of those readings. Attention Space is more website that shows a method through which I've come to organize the process of my life. So let's just dive into it. I want to say thanks to my dad for this idea to create a short video that's not going to explain the whole website. That's up to you. That's up to me. But short video that's going to help you use it in a way that I think will make it more interesting. So here we go. If we go to atension.space, there it is. You can see these different symbols up here. They all mean something. Let's click on different symbols. See, my mouse changes. You can click on it. If your mouse changes, you can click on it. In that case, that is just this page. What's this? What's this? Here it is. What's this? Oh, this changed now. So you can see that each of these 4 words corresponds with one of those 4 symbols. Tense corresponds with my poems here. Tension corresponds with this main directional section I've been writing this year. Attend corresponds with projects that are bubbling up out of this right now. And there's supposed to be stuff here, but for some reason it's not showing up right now. I swear it's not a cover-up. And finally, attention is this page. Attention is this symbol. It's a full cup pointing backwards. So here we are on attention. These are loose notes. You don't have to read these, although maybe they're the most explicitly by themselves useful things to start with. You know, a lot of stuff about existential risks, about like climate change, automation, AI, the underlying functions that make these specific problems arise right now and not other ones. These specific problems in the way they're arising. And you also get different headings here. Now see, when I'm over those headings, my mouse changes. That means I can click on it. And each of these headings is kind of an iceberg. All this stuff underneath is water, loose notes. Some of it coalesces, makes these different icebergs. So you have something about intuition and how you might educate it. Click it again. Oops, we'll get to that. Click it again, it's gone, it's hidden. Click it. You get it, right? You might have subheadings. So anything that your mouse moves over it changes, well, you can click on that and get to something else. In this case, what is it? We've got this talk by Yuval Harari, so I have to reconfigure that link so that it doesn't just take you, it opens it in a new tab. So some of these ideas came from watching certain things, listening to certain things. If you go listen to those, they might provoke similar and different thoughts in you. So, but those are my sources, right? Click on them. You can go read them. You can go watch them. You can see how I got inspired. Now, not all of these have them. On this page and on any of these pages, say you read something which rings a bell, strikes a chord. Now, what kind of chord? Because a lot of this you'll read and it'll be interesting. In this section, there's a lot of interesting content. instantly salient, instantly, it's dense, but it's cool. But there are things that are going to hit you on a deeper level. Maybe not here, maybe not ever, but if they do, whether it hits you, whether the chord it rings is dissonance, as in you don't agree, you strongly disagree, or you see it differently, you think something's missing, or you really relate to it, maybe something really makes you think of another context in your life that has the same structure of, I don't know, what are we talking here? There's something rotten at the core of apple. The family tree from which it grew planted the seeds of its own destruction at its core. Maybe your life has become a bit of that. It's possible, it happens. Maybe the things that got you to where you are now the things that drew you to where you are now the things that are hollowing you out. Maybe you relate to that. Maybe you think it's stupid. Doesn't matter. Go over it. Annotate. You'll be asked to sign up. They send you no emails, so it's up to you, but there's really no downside. And I just want you to say that, whatever, that's if I don't know if this website is going to have use for other people, because it's very personal. There's a lot that's very personal. There's a lot that's very specific, but sometimes the more specific it is, the more universal, the more relatable, if it's well executed. So whenever you find a part that's well executed for you, I want you to relate to it. And maybe my life's become this. And go into detail, take the time. This website is really about taking the time. Then post to public. In my case, I'll cancel. But then other people will be able to see that. So see, annotate, post to public. What's going on? Well, there it is. There it is, yellow. Other people will be able to see those. Click on them. There's my useless comment. Let me delete it. So, what else? That's the loose notes section. Those loose notes, they've been following me for the last 2 years of my life. They grew into this page, tension. This is what I made this year to organize my life. To organize the patterns of my life, not just the narrative, but the patterns, the process of it. Again, there's parts that if you click on them, you'll find more. But those are, Easter eggs. Those are trapdoors. Those are just little ornaments that if you find them, you'll get a bit more out of it. And they're fun to find. But if you don't, you'll still get something pretty good. I recommend reading this section out loud because it's quite, it's poetic and existential, technical process, all of that. And often the meaning of things can reveal itself better when you read them out loud, on this page anyways. Or read it to someone else. That's even better. Okay? Again, move through it. Oops, what's this? This is weird. Let me click on it. Oh, there's more. More. Where do I click now? Here? Okay, there it is. There it is. What does that do here? Okay. Oops, image is gone. Hope I looked at it. More. So, get ideas for how to reveal processes or thoughts to people. And it's a process. Some of this stuff is only going to really sink in if you go through the time and the coming back to it, leaving it, living and coming back to it. Even then, might not, you know? It's going to be helpful to some. I hope it's helpful to you. There's more sections here. Ad hoc sandbox. Different loose ideas. What's this about? This is like smoke chimneys or like cell walls. You know, it's going to let stuff from down here bubble up into here. If it makes its way there. So see how this is the organized part of the life form. This is like the DNA. This is the stuff that's just waiting to happen. Again, click on it, closes. What else? Explicit content. If I want to show things that have been removed, explicit content. Is there anything? No, not here. So click it. What about it here? Document design. All these things have been crossed out. They're ideas that I don't think are that good anymore, or I think I've said them better, but I thought it was worth showing the process of what didn't make it. There, it's gone. If you don't want to see it, don't see it. If you want to make it explicit, go ahead. If you want it clean, have it clean. That's the tension page. Poems, mostly in order of when I wrote them, so probably the better ones are at the bottom. But see, the symbol changed. So, what did the poems come from? Well, they come from rhymes, from ideas, from imageries that pop into my head at any time. Here they are. Things that haven't coalesced yet into poems, but are just very raw forms of life. What do they come from? Stories, dreams, conversations. That's what I'm going to post here. What do those come from? They come from other people, other people's stories, other people's things in the corner of our eyes that we can't really grasp, but we get them. You know, we get it. Maybe we understand, but we can't explain, or maybe we get it, but we don't understand. Eventually that's what I really am hoping out of this, is to get to have those shared between each other. I think those are worth sharing between each other, especially in these times, and in any times. That's what shows us the common trains of thoughts that are leading us in different directions. Same movement, right? And if you want to share yours, contact me anytime. szmeissner@gmail.com, or, post a comment in here with your information, and I'm going to get working on that. I have some already. Anyways, it's a short guide to my website. If you want to say anything about it, say things specifically about certain of the parts, read them out loud, highlight them, annotate them, and we'll go from there. Wish you the best. And that's it.